Well, hello, friends. Good morning. Oh, maybe you're not watching this in the morning, but I'm going to try to post this and a lot of y'all, the very first thing that you caress in the morning is your phone. And so you can do this one in your bed before you even get out of bed right now. Don't you dare turn the channel. Go ahead and lie on your back. You might have to take the covers off, unfortunately, because we are going to do some movement, but at least you'll still be able to stay in your bed. If you're not already in bed and it's some other time of day, still beautiful practice. Just lie down on a mat, on the floor, on the carpet, whatever you need to do, yeah? So, from here, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to start with some circulation stuff for our lymphatic fluid and get that moving. During the evening is a time when the majority of our healing takes place, but if anything got stagnant, we just want to move it around and give it a little boost. So you're going to reach your feet up to the ceiling. You're going to reach your hands up to the ceiling. You'll notice I've got some bent joints, so no big deal there. And you're just going to go ahead and you're just going to start to circle through your ankles, through your feet. They're both the same thing. Through your wrists and through your ankles. It is early morning. And then go ahead and go the other direction. If you want to get fancy with it, you can try to go opposite directions with opposite limbs and get a little bit of mental stuff going on in there too, right? What is happening? I cannot pat my head and rub my belly at the same time. And then if it's okay, if it doesn't hurt your joints at all, you're just going to go ahead and you're just going to shake a little bit, right? Okay, and then from there you can put the left foot down on the ground. You can bring the right knee in and go ahead and give it a hug, and let's just pump that leg a couple of times in and away from us. A, we move that lymphatic fluid. B, we're just getting into that low back and getting that low back ready for some movement. And put that right foot down on the ground. Go ahead and bring the left leg in and pump that left leg a couple of times. A few, I guess, would be the more appropriate term. And bring that down. One more time into the legs. We're going to interlace behind the right thigh and push that right heel up to the sky. Right? And from there, as you push that heel up and pull the toes down, your knees can be bent. This totally depends on the length of your hamstring. My hamstrings have a little bit of length, so I can straighten my leg. That doesn't mean you have to, right? Soft shoulders, soft tongue, soft jaw, soft brow. And then you might even bring the right leg out to the right if you have room in the space that you're working in, left knee out to the left. If not, you can always just bend that knee and work from what would be a little bit like a half happy baby, yeah? And bring that back up. Put the foot down, bring the left leg in, interlacing behind the left thigh. You'll push that left heel up to the sky. Again, knee can totally be bent. That part doesn't matter. You're just working it towards straight, so we start to say hello to the back of the legs. And depending on your space, you're going to let go of the leg with the right hand. Left hand can support. You can either keep the leg straight as you move out. You'll notice my right knee moves to the right. I might bend the knee a little bit and make that A, a little gentler, B, give myself space because I have a wall next to me or whatever that might be, yeah? And bring that back up and feet on the ground. So go ahead and walk your feet as wide as your mat. We're going to go to windshield wiper. It's called tee the arms out, space permitting. Otherwise, you can always bring your hands back onto the body. I like to bring them onto my chest, but leave my elbows a little wide. You're going to go ahead and let the knees move over to the right and up through center. Knees over to the left if you absolutely have to. You could probably put your blanket back on you at this point in time. Back up through center. Knees over to the right. Up to center, and knees over to the left. Now we're going to do one more twist, but slightly different. Go ahead and bring that into neutral. Walk your feet into hip distance, crossing the right leg over the left till your thighs are touching, yeah? And arms are hopefully still teed out. We're going to go over to the right. And inhale up. So usually this moves it up, side back, body, maybe low back a little bit, and knees over to the right. It might be somewhere else in your body, but if it's stretching it, this is wonderful. Now stay there if you can. If it's okay with your shoulder girdle, you're going to interlace your hands behind your head, and then you're going to let your left elbow, that's my far elbow, you can't really see it, I'm going to slide it up towards that left corner of the mat, and just let my body be soft. My elbows soften back towards the earth. If you have a tighter shoulder girdle, your elbows might be up a little bit. As long as you're not in pain, just let them soften towards the earth. Come back through center, uncross the legs. You can leave your arms like that if it's okay. And left leg over right. Take an inhale and exhale, knees to the left. Inhale back up. This is always my tighter side, or not always, but pretty much always. Knees over to the left, right? So I notice that about my body. And then that right elbow might slide up to the right corner. I leave my elbows heavy. Oh yeah, look it. You get to see my nice, it's cashmere, so I can't get rid of it. And I've not bothered to sew it because it has so many holes. Take another breath there. And come on back through center. Let those arms tee out. I'm still in my pajamas if you couldn't tell. And we're going to go into the upper body a little bit. So walk your feet out a little wide. Lean the knees in towards each other and bring your arms up, right? Palms together to touch. Now, if your shoulders are already up off the ground, I want you to go ahead and just soften them down. They don't have to box down and you're not using muscular action. You're just softening them into the sockets, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let that right arm lift. My fingers reach up, but I'm actually moving from the shoulder, yeah? And bring that back down. So you can even think of the shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade, lifting the left fingertips up to the sky. It's very soft. Don't be too crazy with this. Soften back down. Right fingertips glide up from that shoulder blade, moving them up. And back down. Think of those muscles all around your shoulder blade. And lengthening through the left side. And hopefully those are starting to get a little stretch. Back to neutral. Again, be subtle. Right fingertips slide. Back down, and left fingertips slide up. Now, from here, you're going to go ahead and you're going to cross your arms. Right arm's going to come closer to your face than the left, and you're going to let your arms soften down onto your chest. Constructive rest pose, right? So just take a breath there and isolate the breath, or try to bring the breath between the shoulder blades as much as you can and expand that space on the back side of your body, yeah? And one more like that. Now, some of my friends, this may feel like plenty. Some of my friends, if you can cross the elbows deeply, you might be able to bring the hands up, and I can wrap my left fingertips around towards my right thumb. I just get to the thumb base myself. This all depends on proportion of arms and hands and all this stuff. Now, from there, I might bring those elbows up just a little bit so they're more above my shoulders. And bring them back down to the chest. You can still do this with the hugging, bringing the elbows up and bringing them back down. And I'll show eagle arms one more time. Bring the elbows up, leave them up, whatever one you're doing. Now, that one action we just did where we used our shoulder blades to kind of scoop the arms up, scoop your shoulder blades up just a little bit, letting that area come off of the earth, and then go ahead and come back down, release the arms, and we're going to go to the other side. So you'll cross your left arm on top of your right. First, we're all just hugging. Don't worry about eagle arms yet. Some of y'all are already there. Hold your horses, buckos, right? Soften the arms towards the chest. Soften the shoulders away from the ears and breathe right in between your shoulder blades, right? Just start to open that area up in a nice, soft, subtle way so it's ready for these bigger things that we're going to do. Some of my friends, you're just going to stay there. Some of my friends will go for the full eagle arm interlace, right? And then all of us, whatever arm variation we chose, if it's okay with our shoulder girdle, we're going to inhale the elbows away from the chest, only to the height above the elbows, somewhere right, or above the shoulders, sorry. And bring that down. You don't have to go all the way overhead, right? You'll still get what you need. Go ahead and bring that up. Elbows towards, stacking above the shoulders. And bring that down. And one more time, you're going to bring that up. You're going to hold it wherever your edge is. And then imagine the shoulder blades parting and wrapping around the side body to lift the shoulders and the arms slightly. And bring that back down. And this time you're going to tee your arms out in an X. So they'll be above shoulder height. If you have shoulder issues, you can leave them shoulder height. Otherwise, above that. And then the legs come out. So it's almost like I am doing a snow angel. I just went to the snow yesterday. I made a weird snow angel. Woohoo! And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to bring your right hand onto your collarbone. Actually, I'll do the other side first so you can see me better. Left hand's going to come onto my collarbone, and I'm going to lengthen, and I'm going to lengthen, and I'm going to let my shoulder lift, and my ribs lift, and my hip lifts, but my left foot, you'll notice, stays on the ground, right? I let my head kind of come back down towards the ground so my neck is soft, assuming the neck feels supported. And then I'm just going to really lengthen that left hand as far away as I can on that diagonal. And coming back through center. X out, and then bring the right hand onto the right chest and slide across the left chest and all the way out. And now you get to see from the other side. I just slowly let my body roll up as my hand continues to reach. I leave my right foot on the ground and I let my head be heavy if it feels supported here. And then I just breathe into wherever in the heck I feel that stretch. And coming back through your center. One more move, and then we're going to call it a day, friends. Feet on the ground, knees bent, arms down by the side for just a moment. So we're going to go up into a little bit of a bridge, but when we get up there, I'm going to invite you to shake with me one more time. You can just do the bridge and leave the shaking out of it if for any reason it feels like it's hurting your body or not helpful, right? But otherwise, pushing into the heels, you're going to go ahead and you're going to start to lift your hips. It's not about the upper back bend, so you don't have to go really high, but you can do a little bit of that wrap if that feels okay, yeah? And then your arms can be by your side, or you might even reach up. And again, I'm going to suggest that you jiggle. You know, it seems silly and some people get self-conscious, but this is really such a great way to release stress from the body, the muscular body. And it's a great way to move your lymphatic fluid around your body. Let it come down. Let the arms come down by the side. Keep the feet, you can walk the feet, sorry, not keep them. Walk them a little wide and lean the knees in slightly. Close the eyes. Just feel if you have any energy moving through your body, maybe new channels of energy opening. Maybe you can feel circulation in your heartbeat, your breath, right? So just tune in. And if I did happen to catch you first thing in the morning and you are doing this right away, maybe you take some of this with you as you move throughout your day. But if you're coming to it later in the day and it helps you let go of some of the stress of your day, that's okay too. Let it go. Let it go, let it go. I'd sing more of the song, but that's the only part I know. I love you guys. Namaste.